tuned in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent Saturday. And I hope you are having a wonderful start to your weekend, okay? So let's get into this. But before I do, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this, chances are someone else will as well. And also check out the link below for Young Living. They are an essential oil company, best in the business. They do not sponsor me, but I am a distributor, so I do get compensation every time you make a purchase. So check out the link below for your essential oil needs, and let's get into it. So the topic is I think it was why am I hard on myself, something like that. So how I came up with this topic. So I stated, I guess this is just a week for this. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I did other videos on this too, and it's funny how the Tao Te Ching also spoke on this. So it's like everything just kind of comes together. But anyway, we're going to keep going. So I'm very hard on myself about a lot of things, okay? And I think part of that has to do with my childhood and not feeling like I was enough, not feeling like I was good enough or capable of doing things. And so it, carries over into adult. And so I'm very hard on myself when I don't accomplish the things that I want to accomplish or I set out to accomplish, or if I mess up on something, or if I gave myself such strict restrictions or this just strenuous guideline to go by and then I don't meet it. And then I feel bad and I'm hard on myself and then I'm depressed off of it and I want to beat myself up over it, and the cycle just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. I am coming out of that because again, I'm not shy about telling people I am in therapy because it is helping me and it's something that my ancestors pushed me to do. So if they push me to do it, I'm gonna do it. And it's making a world of difference. Even the stuff that they're talking about that we talk about in therapy actually comes out in everyday life as well, to enforce it and reinforce it rather, and to keep my mind going and my thoughts flowing into a better position for myself. And what I notice is that one of the areas in my life that I'm the hardest on is when it comes to my diet. And so I'll put these restrictions, or I can't have this, can't have that, can't have this, not doing this, not doing this, not doing this. And then when I mess up or I slip up or I end up in a situation where I can't keep to those choices, then I'm beating myself up. I feel bad about it. And then I feel bad because I'm beating myself up about it. And then I feel bad because I'm feeling bad, like I shouldn't feel bad about it. And it's like this drowning cycle that you go through. And in the end, if you were just more relaxed and more calm and more forgiving of myself, then I probably wouldn't be in this drowning situation that I'm in. And so what I found is that the more forgiving I am of myself and the less I restrict myself and the softer I am with myself, the more confirmation I get from other people. So going back to the whole diet thing, I told you guys I'm not 100% vegan. I won't claim that because if you order some pizza, I'm eating me a slice of pizza. Okay, so I'm gonna eat the cheese. If I'm craving something over and over and over again and it's not going away, then that I feel that's my body telling me there's something that I need from it. The last time I went through this was white fish. I don't know why it had to be white fish, but it had to be white fish. And I really felt I just kept craving it. It wouldn't go away. And it was like my body needed it. And as soon as I had it, it went away. Okay, so I do believe there are times when it's something that we need that doesn't necessarily come from a vegan source. And for y'all vegans out there that straight up 100%, y'all can be mad at me for saying that if you want to. I don't care. This is my opinion because this is my show. My show, my opinion. And that's what I find that happens with me. And so when I started to be more relaxed and more calm with myself, and like I told you guys in the other video, I had a conversation with that part of myself because everybody talk about the inner child, but we have other parts of our body that we need to talk to as well. And so I had a conversation with that part of me that kept pushing me to mess up, that kept encouraging me to mess up, or, that where the willpower just wasn't there. When I talked to that part of myself and had that conversation, everything else lightened up. And I haven't been so hard on myself. So if I want a handful of some Cheetos, then I'm going to eat a handful of Cheetos and I'm going to go about my business. I'm not going to feel bad about it. Like I told you guys before, last Sunday, I celebrated my son's birthday and we had cheesecake and pecan pie and this cobbler bread. And I had it and I was fine. I didn't beat myself up over it. I wasn't mad about it or anything. I just kept going about my day. So I'm saying this, that we put these limits on ourselves And we get so strenuous with it, and we're so hard on ourselves and beat ourselves up so bad, worse than anybody else could ever do. We do it to ourselves. And we get in this position where we're just drowning in our own, I don't even know what to call it, but our own thought process, our own put downs, our own discouragement. And to try to pull yourself out of it, you pull yourself out of it, and you end up back in it. You pull yourself out of it, and it's like this never-ending cycle. And what I found is I find great comfort knowing that other people go through it as well. And that's what I'm hoping you get out of this video too. If this is something that you have something in your life that you keep going through and keep going through and keep repeating over and over again because you're beating yourself up for not being the person that you want and you're trying to strive for, this is what I'm hoping you get something out of this. So for me, there's somebody that I really look up to, and she was talking about how she was just straight vegan, and then she told us, she was like, you know what, I get back on track, y'all, because I messed up this weekend. I've been eating chicken and frying and baking it and doing all kind of things with some chicken and turkey, and so I gotta get back on track. And for me, for somebody that was so strong and who to me has such an extraordinary willpower, for her to say, yeah, I messed up, so now I gotta get back on track, it made me feel good, especially if you look at social media and you have all these people these weight loss gurus or exercise gurus, and they tell you basically how everything is so so perfect for them. And, they make you feel like they never mess up. Like nothing ever goes wrong for them. They never slip up. They never eat the brownie instead of, eating some, high protein fiber bar. They never talk about that. And they make you feel like when you mess up, that is something wrong with you. That is something you did. It's something that you're not. Okay. And my intention of this video is to really hope that you feel like that's not you anymore. That you are easier on yourself, that you're softer and kinder with yourself, and understand that, yes, everybody in the world messes up. It's not just you. Everybody else gets thrown off track. It's not just you. And when you do it, you don't have to condemn yourself, okay? You don't have to drown yourself in the sorrows of depression. You can actually just say, okay, you know what? Let me just get back on track. It's okay. Because even the most strong-willed person, they do it as well. That's why you find out some of these stories afterwards about some of these people with these gurus, exercises, and all of that, about how they were doing things. Like I remember this one. It was this lady. She was a breatharian, okay? If you don't know what that is, a breatharian are those people who, and please don't try this, y'all. Please do not try this. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but there is a mental capacity that you have to get to that I don't think 98% of this world is not going to get to before it's time for them to go. Okay, I don't think anybody is going to get to it outside of the little 2%. That's probably all that's going. So do not try this. But the breatharians are the ones where they feed themselves off of what's called prana or mana or chi, like the energy that's in the universe. That's what they feed themselves off of. So they don't eat food, they don't drink water, they don't do any of that. Okay, they just live off of the energy in the world. Is that possible? I think almost anything is possible. And there was a study where they did it with this Indian guy who hadn't eaten anything in like 20 years, and they studied and watched him for like 2 weeks, and he didn't consume anything, and he was fine. So it's possible. I do believe it is possible. I just don't think that majority of us are ever going to get to that point. So don't try this. But it was this lady. I know I'm going all around the world. Forgive me. But it was this lady who was a breatharian. Really big on it, claiming that. And then what they found out is that she was eating cheeseburgers and pizzas and fruit and everything else when she was off camera. And that's how she was surviving. So when she was in the public light, she wasn't eating anything and talking about being a breatharian and soaking in the energy and using all of that. Yeah, but behind closed doors, she was eating up some shit, okay? Excuse my language. But she was eating up some stuff, okay? So all I'm saying is that remember that when you're watching these people and you're following people online, or in social media, they are not perfect. They are human, just like you. And all humans mess up. I guarantee it. There is not one perfect human in existence. There isn't. We all mess up on something. We all get stuff wrong all the time. So don't feel like you have to be perfect, or you can't mess up, or you can't do any of that, because it's perfectly normal. What really makes it bad is if you wallow in it. If you allow yourself to drown in that. and don't ever try to do it again, or try to be better, or try to keep going, or try again. Okay, so you keep doing and keep doing and keep doing until it's done. Okay. It's a saying, it's a guy, Derek Harper. One of the things that he says is done is better than perfect. And I love that phrase because it speaks volumes. Like, his phrase is so perfect. And again, his name is Derek Harper. He deals with a lot of starting businesses, and he does some consumer credit. I think I haven't really listened to his credit stuff, but business wise, he's a very smart man, very intelligent, will give you great ideas, and that's his thing. Is done is better than perfect, because we strive for perfection. We strive to make things perfect every single time before we actually step out to do it. And the thing is it'll probably never be perfect, but if you do it, you'll learn how to make it perfect. Okay, or get closer to being perfect. And it's the same thing with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, be soft with yourself, so that you can understand that just because what you did wasn't what you wanted, wasn't perfect, keep doing it. Just keep doing it. So you do it and 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 do it until it's done. Okay. And just above all, just be kinder to yourself. I think we all could use that in our life. Just be gentle and kinder to yourself. So I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow.